Welcome back to the world that was. Today's game is 2,400 points of Skaven versus Demons of Chaos. It's a debut for the Skaven on the channel. As you can probably see from the deployment, today we are playing Battle for the Pass. Let's take a look at both the armies. And starting off with the Skaven deployment, out on their flank we have Warp Lightning Cannon, and then giant rats with their Packmasters next to them. Very scary looking Help It Abomination, and 5 Plague Censer Bearers. Got big unit of Plague Monks. They've got the additional hand weapons. Behind them are the unit of Storm Vermin. They don't have a magic standard today. Storm Banner, which didn't make much impact today. Big unit of Clan Rats with a Plague there, Screaming Bell, that's what's on it, and the Grey Seer. Do you want to tell us what he's got?
He has got a Dispel Scroll and Skaven Brew.
Cool, and his 4 spells?
Howling Warp Gale, Wither, Bless with Filth, and Curse of the Horned Rat.
Very nice. We have one of the 2 Warlock Engineers with 5 Poison Wind Globadiers next to him. Round the other side, we've got a big unit of Skaven Slaves and a Doom Wheel. And this guy, what suppose has he got? Warp Lightning?
He's got the Doom Rocket.
Okay.
There's one in the Storm.
Oh, there's one in the Storm Vermin, sorry, yeah.
He has Warp Lightning and Scorch, and he's got the Warp Energy Condenser.
Cool. So that's 2,400 points of Skaven. And looking down at the Demons of Chaos, out on this flank, we have a unit of 10 Demonettes. Next to them is the General, the Keeper of Secrets. He's level 4, Acquiescence, Pavan of Slanesh, Phantasmagoria, and Cacophonic Choir. For his lesser gifts, he rolled the Multiple Wounds 2 and took the Sword of Swift Slaying. Behind him, we've got 6 Beasts of Nurgle, and then a big unit of Plague Bearers behind the wood. There is the Herald, is he there? BSB. He has the gift that gives him a 2-up ward save on the first wound, and he's got the exalted power thing that means 6s to hit explode into extra hits. Got another unit of 10 Demonettes and the Herald there. She's level 1 and just knows Mythifying Miasma from Shadow. She got the Multiple Wounds 2 for her lesser gift, and again she's got one of the exalted something of beguilement, yeah, for her, which means that can't refuse challenges, and I pick who fights her. We've got 3 Plague Drones and 5 Seekers out on that side. That is 2,400 points of Demons. Just before the first turn, the Seekers have done their Vanguard move down on that flank. We've rolled off the first turn, and Skaven won the roll, even though it took them a lot longer to deploy. So it's Skaven turn 1. Do we have any charges? No, nothing to charge. Do you want to roll your random movement? We'll do that one on cam and then let you move everything else. So we've got the Doom Wheel. Oh, he may well have contacted them. Movement phase for Skaven is complete. Doom Wheel didn't quite make it into combat there. All of the rest of the skittering horde has come surging forwards towards the demons. We've rolled for the Winds of Magic. Skaven have got 10 dice to Demons 6, electing not to ring the bell in this first turn. So spells, what are we starting with?
Warp Lightning on the Plague Bearers.
Okay. It is 8. It's just cast. I'm going to try and dispel with my level 4 with just 2. 5, 9, dispelled. You know what you want to do next?
Curse of the Horned Rat on the Plague Bearers.
Okay. Oh, that's not a good roll. Not cast, so no more from your level 4.
Just
Scorch.
Unlikely to get it off.
No. Alright, well, I got off quite lightly there. Let's let them start lining up some shooting and see what they can do with that. Starting with the Doom Wheel, which has its 3 bolts that automatically hit into the Seekers. It's strength of an artillery dice. Strength 10, very nice. Should be able to wound.
No wounds.
Wow. That's good old, reliable Skaven shooting for you. We do have a warp lightning cannon down here though, which is hopefully going to do a little bit better. So we're shooting the warp lightning cannon. It's 10 inches from the back of the Keeper of Secrets. It is... Oh, it's misfired. Oh dear, what's it done? This is not a good start for the Skaven, and the Skaven misfires are always spectacular. Is that one not a bad one?
No, that's the only good one.
Okay, just can't shoot this turn. Right, I have got off incredibly lightly there. We've had no damage from magic, no damage from shooting. That's the end of the Skaven turn. Come back for Demons, turn 1. Start of Chaos Demons turn 1. We're going to try and capitalise on that very ineffective turn from Skaven. Lots of charges. We're starting off with the Seekers charging into the Doom Wheel, who's holding, and I can't fail that charge. We're also going to charge the Plague Drones down into the big unit Climax with the Screaming Bell. So hold. We're going to charge the Demonettes into that same unit. Another hold. The Keeper of Secrets is going to go down into the Hell Pit Abomination. So hold. And we're going to try another long charge with these Demonettes down into the Giant Rats. So hold as well. Okay. Can't fail that one at the top up there, but we'll roll for the Plague Drones. They need a 7 to get in. 10, so they make it. We'll try for these Demonettes. Don't know what they need, but it's going to be a bit higher. 10, they should make it in as well. What did we say next? We said the Keeper needs a 6 with enough to get in. Ooh, just on a 7. And should we use these dice? These ones we haven't measured, but it's going to be like a 10, we said, didn't we? Not a 3, and they're just going to amble forward 2. Okay, we'll get all those charges in, do the rest of the movement. We have already rolled for this forest because I started in it. It's an abyssal wood, which gives me fear, which is great because I have that anyway. So we'll get the movement done and come back for some magic. Movement's complete. Charges have all gone in. Plague Bearers and Beasts move forwards into the wood, and Demonettes down here just stumbling forwards. Winds of magic. It's a 9. What does that mean on a... Oh, Khorne's Cross, that's not good. We have rolled for the Wrath of Khorne. It hit the Storm Vermin, which scattered over this way. Managed to kill 2 of the Demonettes. 1 Clan Rat, that was it. Far better on the one that landed up on the slaves. 15 slaves were killed, but they did pass their leadership test on the panic. And the one that hit down here, scattered into the Plague Bearers, only killed 1 Plague Bearer. So moving into magic proper, we're going to start with a boosted acquiescence from the Keeper up all the way here into the Warp Lightning Cannon. Means it's going to have to move. Cast on a 9. 3, 6, 7, 8, 12. That is cast. I mean, it was really successful when you shot it last time, so... What are you thinking?
I'll let that through.
Okay, we're going to do a boosted cacophonic choir from him, and I'm going to risk it chucking 6 dice at it. It is miscast, but it is off. We will roll, it's 2d6 hits on every enemy unit within 12, which is going to be the Giant Rats, the Hell Pit, the Plague Sensors, and the Storm Vermin, and him. Okay, so we'll roll and put these up next. So we've got on the Giant Rats, 6. On the Hell Pit, we've got 11. On the Plague Sensors, we've got 3. On the Storm Vermin, that's cocked, we've got 8. And on the Plague Monks, we've got 7. Okay, we'll get all those resolved and then we'll roll up for the miscast table for the Keeper. Spell effects have been resolved. A few Giant Rats were gone, a couple of Storm Vermin, a couple of Plague Monks, Plague Sensors, 1 wound done through onto the Hell Pit. Didn't roll very well on him, and the little dice to them are just to remind us that they're all affected with the random movement and always strike last. Now for the miscast. Oh no, potentially gets absorbed into the warp. Okay.
Strength 10 hit on me.
Strength 10 hit on the hell pit. Wounds, which is passed. I'll let you roll for me. Fails to wound. You've had 4 strength 10 hits now, which you've rolled ones for. But the important roll on a 1, 2, 3, he dies, didn't he? Come on, lucky dice. Whew, phew, he's alive, and I lose D6 power dice, I think, but I've only got 1 left, so that doesn't matter. Got off very lightly with that miscast there. That's it for magic. We don't have any shooting in this army, so we'll get some combat resolved. We have resolved the first combat with the Seekers there. They managed to do 1 wound, took 2 in return, but with the charge and the standard, win combat by 1. Leadership 6 for him. 1 down here. No, he is off. I will be trying to run you down. You've gone 13. Oh, well, I can't catch you. I'll do my best with a 12, but okay, we'll get those moved, and then we're going to be down onto this big combat, and I will be issuing a challenge with my Herald, and I will be electing you to pick the Grey Seer as the one who has to answer it. The Demonettes have swung and been fantastically ineffective, managed to kill 1 clan rat. We're going to do the challenge itself next from the Herald onto the Grey Seer, hitting on 3s. Oh, hit. Wounding on 4s. 1 wound. Oh dear. Okay, it's straight through to your ward save, which is passed. That wasn't great. Do your attack back, bop me with your staff. Which you do. No, my weapon skill is too high. Okay, there's going to be a lot of clan rats and a rat ogre to swing back, and then it'll be the plague drones. 4 demonettes cut down by a combination of clan rats and rat ogre. Got the plague drone. The champion is making his attacks. It's poison though, so that's 1 auto wound from him. 1 more clan rat, and 3 from the drone itself. 1 hit, and another 1. Okay, that combat hasn't gone spectacularly for me. I got 3 for kills, 4 for charging, 5 for a standard, but you got 4 for kills, 8 for rank. Is there a standard in there? Sorry, 7 for rank, yeah. Standard 8. Yeah, I lose by 3. Right. Demonic instability time. One for these ones first. And I'm a long way from my... I think I'm going to be too far from my BSB as well. I'll double check. You can use my general. But that's still going to be a fail.
By 3?
Yeah, so 3 more of them are gone. Oh dear. And the plague drones, 6. I'll double check their leadership, see what wounds are done there. I'm rolling now for the Keeper of Secrets, 6 attacks. I can re-roll my misses. So that's a full house of hits. Wounding on 3s. That is only 3. It's straight through to your regen, and these are multiple wounds 2, so you've got to pass 2 of them. You pass all 3! Oh dear. Oh dear. Right, Sim. What's he going to do? It's a 4. Flailing Fist. 3d6. Oh dear. Come on, Keeper. How many attacks are coming in on him? 11 attacks. Thanks to some more spectacular Skaven rolling, only managed to get 1 hit, which didn't wound. Means I have won that combat by 1, so it's stubborn leadership. 8. 12. BSB's just here, yeah, we should be in for him. 9, he's still gone. I will try and run you down. 5 inches, I must catch that. 7, just. There will be some panic as well. I think it's, well, it'll just be for these guys, won't it? Because they're frenzy. So we'll do a panic test on the rats. Yeah, and they're going to flee away D6. Unless you roll a 1, they're probably going to be off the edge. No, they're going to be gone. Get these guys resolved, and then it'll be back for Skaven turn 2, where they're hoping to have a little bit more success and some better dice rolls. Turn 2 for the Skaven. We did roll for the Hell Pit to see if it comes back. It did not. Giant rats have obviously forced their way through the sides of this cliff face to get off the battlefield there. So, we don't have any charges from Skaven this time, largely because of the random movement down here. So, do you want to roll your random movement first? Which one are you rolling for? Oh, sorry, rally your Doom Wheel, yeah.
Yes.
Who turns around. Looks like my Hellstriders are going to get zapped again. And then we'll roll the random movement up for these other ones. Movement is completed. The slaves have come around to the side of the plague drones. These guys, Wing Grenadiers, line themselves up to chuck some nasty little missiles in. Random movement here, due to having the pivoting and then turning. The plague sensors rolled high enough to get into the back of the keeper. Hopefully he'll finish them off before they hit him. Stormvermin intend to face. Obviously plague monks have just moved forward, ready for that charge. And the warp lightning cannon came down off the hill. The Skaven brew was given down here, which has given them hatred. We've rolled for the Winds of Magic, got 10 dice. I have 6 to try and dispel with. And we are ringing the bell. Chucking 3 dice at it, and we've got a total of 12.
Deafening pearls.
Ooh, that sounds scary. Despite sounding scary, it didn't actually do anything. Those bells, there's nothing with over toughness 7, and the buildings, we're not playing these as buildings anyway, so that doesn't matter. So, in terms of spells, you're starting with Wither, onto the plague drones. Oh dear. Okay.
I'm going to make our scorch.
Okay, where's he casting that?
We've got plague bearers.
Yeah.
No, we can't scorch. Full dark. Oh, and the magic.
And a magic. Cool. That is 2 magic phases in a row for Skaven that have not gone as they planned. We only have a little bit of shooting, which is just going to be the Doom Wheel doing its 3 shots down into the demon nets. So, do you want to roll and see what strength that is? Strength 2. Do manage to get 2 wounds though. I passed both the ward saves. Oh no, I don't. Sorry, it's 5 up, isn't it? Yeah, one of them dies. Okay. Continuing the shooting phase, the Warlock Engineer down here fired his Doom Rocket aiming down this way, but it landed well short and exploded down here, did nothing. The Death Globe has been thrown from the champion of the Poison Wing Globadiers though, successfully scored a hit onto the middle of the Plague Drones. That means I've now got 3 initiative tests. I'm looking for 1s or 2s to keep them alive. I did kill 1. 2 of them are slain. No ward saves. Okay, so that's 2 of the plague drones that are gone, and the rest of his guys are chucking into that combat as well. So we've got another 4 more shots. Okay, we've got 2 hits. After randomising everything, all the ways we needed to do, we managed to get 1 wound onto the bell, and that was it. Nobody else took any wounds. So, moving into combat, we're starting with this one back down here. So we've got my Demonette, who is swinging first into the... Well, she probably has to hit the... Well, I probably can just hit a clan mat, to be fair, which is what we'll be aiming for. So we've got 2 hits, and 2 wounds. Armour piercing. 2 dead. And continuing the epic challenge, 4 from the Herald. That's 4 hits. 4s to wound. We've still only got 1, which is not saved this time, and it's multiple wounds 2. So 2 wounds through on that Grey Seer. Probably has 1 left. Okay, it's going to be all of the Skaven stuff to swing back, and we'll see if there's a Plague Drone. The Clan Rats have swung, so has the Rat Ogre, and everybody managed to finish off the last Demonette with the standard. No wounds done onto the Plague Drone, who in turn managed to do nothing back. It means I've lost combat again by 1 point. Starting with the Herald. 6 should be okay.
Yep.
And the Plague Drone, 11, he's gone. Okay. Whoop. We'll move him. That wasn't great. Right, we'll do this one down here where hopefully the Keeper of Secrets is going to chomp up some sensors. Plague sensors managed to do 1 wound to the Keeper after he failed a toughness test, and they were all then slain in return. And that takes us to the end of turn 2 for Skaven. Turn 2 for the demons. Can't believe that's all we're on, but turn 2, we've got a few charges again, starting with the Seekers up the top going into the Doom Wheel, who's electing to hold. We've got the Plague Bearers going down into the Plague Monks, who have also elected to hold, and the Keeper going into the Storm Vermin, again elected to hold. Can't fail that one up the top, probably can't fail here, but you never know. No, they make it in, and the same for the Keeper. 4, he's easily made it in as well. We'll get those ones moved, decide what I'm doing with my other 2 units down here, and then come back for some magic. Charges have all gone in. Beasts of Nurgle are moved up behind. Demonettes have run down on this side. Winds of Magic. It's a 5. What does that mean on our... Nurgle. Okay, we'll resolve that and then start casting spells. Resolved the spell, well, the effects of the Winds of Magic. Managed to cause some wounds down onto the Poison Wing Liberties, who have turned and run. In terms of spells, we're going to start with... We are going to 4 dice Acquiescence onto the Plague Monks to give them Always Strike Last random movement. 10, 14, 18, that one is cast. Okay, and then 2 dice, we're going to do Phantasmagoria down onto the same unit. Oh, okay. Well, it's cast. And what have I done to myself? 6. So 2 Storm Vermin were killed in the detonation and a wound done through onto the Keeper. Up here, the Seekers were killed as they were ground down before they got a chance to swing. So we're going to move on to the challenge down here. See if I can finish off this Great Seer. Come on. 2 hits. 1 wound. 4 up to keep him alive. No, not done. He is slain. Okay, at least that was something. Then we're going to come down to...
You lose combat, though.
Yeah, I do lose combat.
By 2.
So I may well be dead. 5. No, I'm not. Okay, well, I am dead, but just not this turn. We will do this one next in the hope that if I can kill enough and break them and overrun, I might hit into the Storm Vermin. So we'll work out. It's going to be the Plague Monks swinging first, and then we'll see my attacks back. Quite a bloody affair, this combat. 7 Plague Bearers were killed, 9 Plague Monks killed in return. Plague Bearers have won the combat by 5 points of combat res. These guys are not steadfast, don't have any more racks than me. And with Phantasmagoria, they are rolling 3 dice, looking for 111, because you're discarding the lowest. But there is a reroll. Not first time. Oh, you would have passed if you could discard the highest, but no. They're turning round and running. I will be chasing you, hoping to make it into the Storm Vermin.
Might hit them first.
Maybe, we'll see. What have you on?
8.
8 inches. How far do I run? 5. I don't think I'm going to hit anybody with 5. But there will be these guys legging it out the other side. The Plague Bearers did not make it into combat with either of the units there, so we've moved down onto this one. I have issued a challenge, which has been refused, so we've sent the BSB to the back. Putting all these attacks just into the rank and file. I'm not in for the Engineer. Always strike first, I can re-roll. Still managed to miss. 2s. Still got 2 1s. It's 3. I'll let the Skaven get their attacks back. You never know, they might be able to finish him off. We realised we'd forgotten to do the terror test when they were charged, but we rolled it now, and with the reroll and everything was all okay, and they passed their fear test as well. They didn't manage to get any wounds back through. I've got Thunder Stomps coming in for 5. Ooh, looking for 2s. That's 5 more, which will take off that rank, thankfully. It means you will still be steadfast, though. So you re-rollable 6. Not the first time. Oh, just make it on the second. Okay. Take off those guys. It's been an incredibly bloody game in just 2 turns, but this is the point that we're at. Turn 3 for the Skaven, coming up next. Movement is complete for the Skaven. Both units that were fleeing, the Plague Monks and the Poison Wing Globadiers, continued to flee. Poison Wing Globadiers forcing their way through the sides of the cliff and off the table. The Doom Wheel has come around this way. It's going to have to shoot some shots into somebody, so it might as well go into the fleeing units. And the Slaves have just come around here to threaten the side of the Herald. We've rolled for the Winds of Magic, got loads of power dice, but there's only one guy who can cast any spells. We're going to ring the bell first. 3 dice in on it. It's a triple. It totals 12. A number of clan rats were killed due to rolling the triple on the bell, and the 12 is that Deafening Pearls, which did nothing again. So we're into magic, and the Warlock Engineer trying the only spell he can do, Scorch, throwing lots and lots of dice, hoping for a miscast, which you don't get. Let's see if I can dispel it. Yes, I've got an irresistible there, so magic was ineffective. We do have a little bit of shooting. We've got some shooting up there from the Doom Wheel, and okay, we'll do him first. No, he is going to be putting some shots down into those poor Plague Monks. Comes in at strength 4. So, I'll roll these for you then. 4's to wound or to kill, 2. And then we'll have a Warp Lightning Cannon shooting down this way, probably lining up for a nasty shot on the Plague Bearers. Okay, we're aiming 5 inches short of this chap in the front corner. Ooh, okay, bouncing on. So it goes 10 further on, and it bounces 10 with a strength 10 as well. 3 Plague Bearers were killed by the Warp Lightning Cannon. We've moved on to combat, resolved the one down here. I've issued another challenge, which was, well, I got to pick. It was accepted by the only other character model in the unit, the Champion, who was slain. Only with 1 attack went through though, so it's 2 wounds done on him. It means with the static combat res, I'm still lost by 2 points. But 4, I'm holding firm in there. Run out of characters to kill, so there's going to be a lot of angry rats stabbing me next time. Moving on to this one, I'm issuing a challenge with the Keeper of Secrets. Anybody going to step forward?
Storm Vermin Champion.
Storm Vermin Champion stepping forward. Okay, got my 6 attacks coming in on him. I will do a fear test for you, not that it matters really, I think. I'm hitting on 3s anyway, so oh, wow, that's spectacular. But thanks to his sword and initiative, managed to get 4 hits, 2s, 3. So 6 wounds done, but we only got to a +5, don't we? So Champion is slain. I win the combat res on that one, but you will still have a rank because the BSB will step forward, so you are still going to be stubborn. Re-rolling it. 5. They're holding firm. Well sacrificed, Champion. Movement is complete for Demon's turn at 3. We only had 1 charge, which couldn't be failed, and there couldn't be any other reaction to it, which is the Plague Bearers down into the clan mats with the bell. Player Beast and Nurgle and Demonettes have both moved forward to try and do something at this game. Moving on to the Winds of Magic. It's a 5, so not hugely powerful. It's the Zeech one again, with that hitting my Nurgle models. Okay, but it's just going to be hitting this one on a 6 because these guys are in combat. Nope, doesn't hit them. And then we've got the Slaves. Nope. The Doom Wheel. Nope. Fleeing Plague Monks. Nope. And the Warp Lightning Cannon. Yes. Didn't do anything to the Warp Lightning Cannon. So with the spells, we are going to 4 dice Acquiescence down on to this unit here to give them always strike last. Not a brilliant roll, that. 10, 14.
Yep.
Letting it go. So they're always strike last. And with the 2 remaining dice, my level 1 is going to try Melkoth's to reduce your weapon skill. 8, 9, that one is cast. And it is comfortably dispelled. Combat down here has been resolved. Lots and lots of dead clan rats. Comfortable victory for Daemons of Chaos, but the bell makes them all unbreakable, so they're not going anywhere. Coming on to this one, I'm issuing another challenge.
The BSB will accept.
BSB is accepting, okay. Try and chop him down. 6 attacks. Always strike first with this one. 4, 6. And unless he's got anything magical to try and keep him alive, I think that's a fairly dead BSB.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a comfortably win on that one, but you do still have 5 in the front, so you are at least stubborn, but there is no re-rolls this time.
5 as well, because Chieftain's gone.
Oh, they passed it. They're staying put. And that's it. Things are speeding up as we start to deplete down the units. That's it for turn 3 for the Demons. There's quite a bit of work to do for the Skaven if they can turn this one round. Let's see if they can. Turn 4 for Skaven coming up. Movement is completed. The Plague Monks continue to flee off towards the edge of the board. Doomwheel did roll quite highly on its random movement. Has managed to make it into combat with a big blob of Plague Bearers. And the slaves have just come around again to position themselves down here. Rolling on to the Winds of Magic. It is a 4. I still have channel for you. No. 2 for me. Nope. So, okay, bell's getting called again. This time it's a 6. The tolling of the bell allows rerolled failed leadership tests, making up for the lock of that BSB. So that's something. Trying the only spell that you can do, Scorch down onto these Demonettes. No miscast, but a nice high roll. It's cast. 6 Demonettes killed as that spell was resolved. We move into shooting. There's a nice shot lined up here from the Warp Lightning Cannon onto the Toads. Again, 10 inches back from the edge of that first fire's base. Oh, it's another misfire. And it's a 1. That could be dramatic. The empty space where the Warp Lightning Cannon used to be, that misfire result, killing it. The Doomwheel tried to do his shots, also rolled a misfire, but the result for him didn't have any impact because he was in combat. And speaking of impact, we go to impact hits as we start with this combat for sort of 2 burn, but 7 impact hits into the Plague Bearers. Roll around there. 6 of my ward saves. See if I can start making some of these. 3, so 3 more are slain. The Rat Ogre has swung, managed to get 2 wounds through on the Herald. It's 5 up ward saves to keep her alive. No, she is slain. Question is whether she can be avenged. I've got 13 attacks. Whoop. 13 attacks from the Plague Bearers going into the Clamats. Wow, not a single poison there. Which is a bit rubbish. And that is 2 wounds though at strength 5. 4, that's what I mean. Okay, and then I've got 2 or 3 that are going into the Doom Wheel, and then plus the Herald to do as well. So 3 into the Doom Wheel. It is a wound. That's down to 3, and we've got 3 attacks from the Herald into him as well. No. Okay, we'll work out the combat res and decide how we're done there. Demons have won the combat by 1 overall, thanks to disrupting the Clamats. So it is rerollable after the result from the bell, so it's just for the Doom Wheel that needs to roll. 8. Stay. 8. He is gone. Obviously I can't pursue because I'm stuck in combat. How far does he turn around and go? 8 inches away. And then we'll come back for the combat down here. Don't know whether to just try and chop them all down or kill the engineer. The Clamats and Bell took a leadership test, reformed after losing that combat. Down here, I issued another challenge which had to be accepted this time, or couldn't be refused. So the engineer stepped forward and was cut to ribbons. Means it is rerollable snake eyes for these guys to stay here, which they don't pass first time. Oh, they do on the second. This unit just will not run. We have had another charge, which was kind of an obvious one to do really. The Beast in Nurgle finally getting to do something going into the slaves. Demonettes have just turned around on here. Winds of Magic. It is an 8, which is good for me. I only get 1 channel now, which I don't manage to get. And we'll see what the impact of that one is. Roll for 6 for this one to hit them. Nope. And nope. Okay, so let's think about my spells. Starting with a cacophonic choir down onto the screaming bell. That is, 11, whoops, 13, 16, 20, cast.
Find as well.
No. Okay, so we have 2d6 hits onto the bell. Isn't that good? Oh, yes, 10.
Sixes.
It's auto wounds on a 4+, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so what are we down to? 3 wounds left. Ugh. Remember to do the lore attribute for the Demonettes down here, but didn't get any back. A couple more spells. We've got our Phantasmagoria and Acquiescence down there just to stop him rallying, and if he does, limit his movement. We've got combat next, so let's do this one first and see how many slaves are left at the end. 13 slaves were killed for not a single wound in return. The unit failed their break test and are exploded and removed. They didn't manage to do any damage to either the Plague Toads or hit anybody else when they left. It's going to be a leadership test not to overrun. 3, 4, perfect. We'll get them reformed round to face into the flank of that unit. And I've got no characters left to chomp down here, so hopefully this is finally the demise of the stubborn storm vermin. And I have hit with 5. And wounded with 4, which is how many you've got left. That unit is also destroyed. He can turn around and face where he needs to be. The grinding of this combat here continues. Didn't manage to kill as many clan rats this turn. They didn't manage to kill anything back. Demons won the combat. Unbreakable, not going anywhere. We have got 2 turns left for the Skaven. Let's see if we can rally any of these guys up here, turn them around. They probably can't get back in the fight, but they might at least deny me the points. It's turn 5 for Skaven. The Plague Monks did manage to rally. Doomwheel did not. We're rolling for Winds of Magic. Not that you've got any spells, but it's the ringing of the bell. 3 dice going in on it. Ooh, that's a high one. 15 this time. What's that?
All friendly ones get
+1 attack. That could be worse. Killed a lot of clan rats after losing 2, and thanks to poison have managed to get 4 wounds through onto the bell. It's got 3 left with a 4-up ward. Oh, it's got 2 wounds left. I comfortably win that combat again, but they're still not going anywhere. That's the end of turn 5. It's going to be turn 5 demons, which again, not a huge amount will happen on that, but let's see what I can do. Movement complete for the demons. Beasts of Nurgle charged into the flank on that unit there. The Keeper declared a charge on the Doomwheel as it was just able to reach it, so that continued its flee. I didn't roll anywhere near high enough to get it, so we've ambled forwards. Let's roll for the Winds of Magic. It's an 8. Just those 2 up there, so rolling for the Plague Monks. No, and the Doomwheel. No. Okay, 8 power dice. 5 dicing, a cacophonic choir down onto this screaming bell again. It's my best chances of wounding it on 4s, whereas everything else is pretty much 6s. We have not missed cast. We've rolled nice and high with 20, so it's 24. But it is dispelled. Well done. What else can we do? Well, we might as well acquiesce you just to... 24, so I'm well within range down here. Just 3 dice, so that gives you always strike last, which is cast. Doesn't cause any wounds, so there's no lore attribute for that. It's down to the combat on this one, which I'll be attacking first, thanks to getting that one off. Every single clan mat has been slain, and we lost 1 plague bearer in return. Managed to do 1 more wound on that bell. It's got 1 wound left. Hopefully with all the combined poison, we'll finish it. We'll see. Just the 2 other units left for the Skaven. So it's the final turn, turn 6 coming up. Turn 6 for Skaven. We don't have any charges, obviously, so we're going to do Rally the Fleeing Troop. Can the Doom Wheel turn around?
Yes.
7. It does. Very nice. We'll let him turn around. Plague Monks can do whatever they want to do, which is probably not going to be a huge amount. And then we'll be ringing that bell for the final time. In the magic phase, the final tolling of the bell. What does he roll? It is 14. Is that the reroll? +1 attack again, is it?
Yeah.
+1 attack for the Rat Ogre that is mounting it. Okay. I mean, we'll go into the combat. It's well, that spell's gone because we're saying that the clan mats were a separate unit to the bell, aren't we? So it's the Rat Ogre to attack first. Who's managed to get a couple of hits.
1 wound.
And I save it with my ward. Lots of poison attacks coming back in. With the combined power of poison, we've managed to get 14 wounds through on this. So we're looking for 14 ward saves, and you cannot afford to drop a single one. 14 4+. No. The bell is destroyed. Turn 6 for the demons, not really bothered about doing anything. There's no charges. The only thing we're doing is going to try and blast some magic. Winds of magic. It's an 8. That's the Plague Monks. No. Doom Wheel. No. So I'm going to be putting 5 dice into Cacophonic Choir down onto the Plague Monks. Let's try and destroy them. Oh, that is an atrocious roll. 4, 6, 7. It's not cast. Brilliant. That's the end of magic. That's the end of the game. And this is the Chaos Demon contingent that's left. It is quite obviously a very, very comfortable victory for them. They got nearly 600 and something victory points more than the Skaven managed. It was just terrible, terrible rolling by Jay at the start of that game for the Skaven, with the magic, with the shooting, with, I mean, throughout the first couple of turns, really. The Skaven were just so off form with their dice. It really did give me an ample opportunity to capitalise on, which they managed to do. I hope you enjoyed seeing those armies on the channel. First time for the Skaven. They'll be hoping for a better outing when they come back again. It is max points for the Demons in terms of our league and how we're awarding points there. Nothing for the Skaven, I'm afraid. There was still a General and a BSB left for the Demons at the end. Hope you enjoyed that one. As always, please give us a like, a comment, subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see you soon with some more content.